Trevor, stop!
Yeah, so I was wondering what you'd give me in scrap for a 2001 Jeep Cherokee. No, there's nothing good on it. It is completely wore out. It does have the cats, yeah.
They're only gonna give us 80 bucks.
What?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna rebuild it.
That's a good idea.
So, now that the Morrvair is done, it's done. We're gonna be giving a little bit of attention to the banana, and it needs it really bad. It's been neglected for years and years. Every day it just gets up and goes to work. Doesn't ask for anything. And I'm looking it over, and it's in a sad state of disrepair. So not only are we going to be fixing what's wrong with it, we're going to be upgrading it and making it even better. More power, better suspension, better road handling, better off-road performance, smoother ride, better cooling, better comfort. Yep. So what we're going to be working on today, the first step is we're going to be adding some frame stiffeners to it. The reason we're going to be doing that is we're going to be adding some rollover protection, and we want to integrate that all together and just stiffen the whole chassis up so we can get another 20 years of work out of it. And we're going to start by removing this timer. Here's a problem. It's like the bump stop fell out at some point. It's like the spring's rubbing on the bump stop tower somewhere. Oh, right there, I can see it. It's wearing it out pretty good. We've got to put a dead man in, okay. Let's cut it about right there. Okay, everybody, we cannot raise or lower this anymore. Let's get these off. That's definitely gonna help. What? That's gonna help. Yeah. That thing hit a rock at some point in its life. I sure don't know which way these are gonna go. Mine are happy with hanging. Oh. This is like way wallered out. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks. 2 weeks after putting them in. I gotta tell you, I'm not impressed with polyurethane. No, these the polyurethane, like these solid bushings, I haven't found an application where they'll hold up. In fact, all these bushings are polyurethane and they're all shot. All right, so
let's pull this.
Let's pull that next one off. All right, down. Just drop it. 3, 2, 1.
Well, Colin's gonna have fun cleaning that.
So I don't want to use this. I want to build something completely from scratch. But we need to keep using this until we do the front suspension, because we need to be able to put this right back together.
Don't touch. Beautiful.
We have to do something.
Lockout, tag out procedures in place.
We need to get these cleaned off. So I want it straightened off that wide all the way back to here. So this side and this side. That's where all the mud's coming in. We should definitely cover that big hole.
You can still see the maroon that you're stitching.
Step 1 is the frame stiffener. Step 2 is a complete redesign and upgrade of the front suspension, including struts, all the linkage, the whole geometry is changing. We're also going to be doing hydro assist. That's going to be in the future, but today all we care about is frame stiffeners. So the question is, am I going to try to freehand this? And the answer is yes. And the next question is, am I going to do a good job? And the answer is no.
How does it look?
Dashing.
Everything you expected?
So that just needs to be cleaned up in there and we're done. All right, so what we've done here is we've cut the holes.
What are the holes for?
For plugging.
What's a plug?
So when we weld the plate to the vehicle, if we just weld it around the perimeter, it will offer some degree of stiffening, but it doesn't really synergize fully like if you weld it in the middle of the field. So these are plug welds. This is a unibody. The Jeep is a unibody construction, and they get kind of a bad rap, but unibody is stronger per weight than frame on body. If you're concerned about weight and the amount of strength you can get out of that weight, unibody is definitely stronger. And that's all I care about. I do sand dune recoveries, and I need a light vehicle. No, so this plate is going to come over the top of this one to weld, and this is going to be the 1/8 inch. I'll go to thinner. So it's just going to go nominally like that. Okay. Sorry, Lizzie. Just some jerky. Delicious, delicious teriyaki jerky.
I like my maple syrup jerky that I make. That was the best jerky I've ever had. He hated it. I was the only one who could eat it. Maple syrup, honey, just various spices or hot sauces out of the fridge.
Write that recipe down, everybody.
Let me tack this in place, Rudy. Got that? Well, you're gonna hate welding today. Where do you want it?
Like that. You know, he was so happy to use that grinder, but he like missed all my marks.
Again.
We're getting everything where we need to be, so
Good luck.
meeting up with us.
Time for lunch.
So today is Rudy's birthday. He's officially legal. 21.
He can go to jail for a
Yes.
long time now.
Yep.
So we're gonna take him to lunch today.
That's epic.
And he decided where are we going?
We're going to Costa Vida. Pretty good there.
Okay.
Boring.
Hey.
Morrvair Day.
Except for Jamie.
Jamie's too good for the Morrvair.
So why is your Corvair named Gracie? My car's named Gracie because when we went to go pick it up when we bought it, the guy that was selling it had a daughter, and his daughter came out when we were loading it up and was like you can't sell Gracie, and Gracie was the name of this car. And so because of her, I just kept the name Gracie.
Man, just ruin the shot. Everyone's fun.
Happy birthday, Rudy!
What have you got to say about all this mess on the ground?
We probably should have washed it out before we weighed it. It came in a little lighter. So we're going to be filling some of the holes and making better drainage and just kind of engineering a little better so it won't hold as much dirt. There's holes all over in the frame where this stuff gets in. We covered a big hole there that I think most of it comes into. So we're going to have to kind of blow it out. Hey, I would definitely get out from underneath there. We got to get some weight off of those. So in a minute, we're going to jack this up and we're going to slip a piece of metal under there. right?
We're all about safety here at Matt's Off-Road Recovery.
Safety fourth. Okay, that one's unloading.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at that bending brake.
Yeah.
High tech.
Okay, carefully put a couple jacks on that. One more just like that. Okay, that's good. This could literally fall off at any second because we are not doing a very good job here at being safe. Okay, let the pressure down. Slowly. So here we are on day 2 of the restoration of the banana, the repeeling of the banana. Anyway, Rudy is not here today, so it's just me and Lizzie and Trevor working on it. So that means I've got to pick up the old welder and start burning this together. This cross member has to be removable, and it's part of the suspension system, and it's actually a transmission cross member originally. This cross member was added, and it was only for the link system, and I made it removable. The whole thing's removable, but it doesn't have to be removable because I can get the drive shaft out, the exhaust, pulling the engine. I can even take the transfer case out without removing this. So we've decided rather than take this out and completely, reinvent it, we're just gonna weld it in. It will become the stiffener for the frame, and that will save us a lot of work. And I don't even think it's cutting corners. I think it's cutting out a lot of unnecessary work. My whole life is cutting out unnecessary work. Definitely permanent now.
We've done it now.
Yeah, we've done it now, for sure. And I don't think I need to go any further back. I mean, it's been here for 20 years. It's been working its guts out, and I don't have any sign of any stress back here. I think this is it. This is the last point.
All right, Lizzie, what are we doing?
Exchanging that drill bit for this one.
And we
I
don't
have
know how to do it.
no idea how to do this.
How do we
But
go
I don't want to like press a wrong lever or something and have the whole thing just smash my hands.
I'm like you, I don't want to do anything
Well,
crazy.
this is how it goes up and down. I figured that one out.
Figure that out. That's nice.
Hey, you want to do me a favor?
I'll give you a hint. You need this, this, and
Well,
this
I'm not tall enough
to
for
do
that.
it. Those are the 3 elements you need to get that collet out of there.
Step 1, make me taller. Haha. Step 2, attach. What does that do?
So spinning the motor. So remember he said these also come into play.
Uh-huh. Well, what about this one?
Does it keep doing anything?
You guys are doing great. Okay, now don't take it all the way out.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're doing great. Happy tap on that. I've used something besides your hand. Happy tap it there.
Got it.
That's got a,
Haha!
Okay, there's a whole bunch of other collets up here somewhere.
will it go in farther?
Yeah, I think. It does.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna be building some brackets for all the joints and different things. So we're just gonna be drilling holes. So this is the safety, so you can't just pull it. You gotta put that up and then pull it. And it blows air out. So you start it, and then you just drag it. Light pressure down and light pressure against this fence. And a nice straight line. It's up to our standards. So I'm not a machinist. And I apologize to all you machinists out there for what you're about to see. But we've got some holes to drill.
As you see, none of us are machinists, so
I got some holes to drill, and this machine drills holes.
is that a new makeup you're wearing?
A new makeup? Oh, of course.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Valvoline.
I had a piece of cardboard somewhere. That's the one. Okay, I'm gonna need a marking pen. So the first hole needs to be about there. And then from then on, we can put them about right there. That is our pattern. So there's gonna be another hole about right there. 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 You can pop these. These are just cast iron, these tables are, and you can put enough pressure on these to break them out. We're trying not to do that. Someday I may be a machinist, but this day is not today.
You're going to anger the machinists like you do the engineers.
I know. Tap Magic, not a sponsor, but if you do anything like what we're doing, if you ever have to drill holes or tap holes, buy this. It will make everything better. All right, I'll go right there, right? I don't know how sharp that drill bit is, but it kind of doesn't matter.
Smelly of burning metal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
That's way off. But
It was a guide, Lizzie. It's just a guide.
So I've built myself a little jig here out of crap I found laying around the shop. So the way this works is you put this in there like that, then you lay this against it, and you follow it, and that'll give me consistency across the board for all of my brackets. So Lizzie, when that happens, the Count Dracula would go 1, ah, ah, ah. Lizzie doesn't know Sesame Street. Did John just gasp?
She barely knows Elmo.
Is it just the Count? He's just, oh yeah, he's just the Count. Just the Count.
That's what he does is count.
Yeah. So John was gasping at my lack of knowledge, not Lizzie's.
So then you go 2, Oh, I did it wrong.
Now here's a little trick I'm doing. I'm cutting a little bit faster than I should, but that's just to keep them all together. They'll snap right apart. I'm making them perforated to tear along the dotted line.
Sit.
Do it. Nice. We didn't do a lot of measuring. We just did some convenient, guessing. I would like to point out our tolerances.
Hot dog.
Hot dog indeed. All right. Well,
What did we do, Lizzie?
yeah.
What did we do? We did a lot of stuff. Well, we had fun.
Project. Project your voice.
Well, first of all, we had fun because we always have fun. But we had to clean some of the Jeep off, cut out some frame stiffeners, welded them on, cleaned off more, welded more on. Then we made these with the drill press.
These are the brackets for all the links. We're going to be redesigning front suspension. That's what we're going to be doing next week. Or that's what you'll see next week. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next week.
Yeah.
And Trevor and Lizzie learned how to run a mill. Not the correct way, but the way we do.
The exciting way.
Exciting way.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so thanks for watching.